These two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. McCollum is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at center. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
And it's Murray penetrating.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
Both good from the line that time. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster. Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Thompson. Houston gets it back.
You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least, about a week.
Here's McCollum. Outside for Murray. McCollum with the screen for Murray. Jacks up a three. Rockets with the rebound. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. The first player that Coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. We have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall only once. Guys?
Thanks, David.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Green with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. Brooks outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Şengün. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Şengün's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Şengün, no good. Pelicans leading by 5. Williamson is screen on Green. Murray the pass to Williamson. Murray against Green. Pass to Messi. McCollum kicks to Murray. A three-pointer, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Thompson outside. Eason with a screen for Thompson. Oh, he misses the dunk. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for New Orleans, leading by 5. On the basket by Jones.
He's gotten so good at finding the open man. Murray does it again.
And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Green deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Nisi grabs the rebound.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
McCollum with the screen on Thompson. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 7. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson, then it's Brooks, and it's Green in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here's Şengün. Out to Brooks. 5 to shoot. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 9. R.J., the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Olreans.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Williamson against Green. To the inside. Here's Şengün. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And here is Green following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Green against Murray. Green left side. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Deflects the pass. Thompson with it. Jones covering. Thompson passes to Easton. Good D by Williamson. Pelicans leading by 10. Murray dishes to McCollum. Brooks against Murray. Back to McCollum. The 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Şengün. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Williamson against Easton. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Offensive rebound. Thompson passes to Brooks. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Green's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Jones. Murray outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I think Murray knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to go to that defender knowing he's going to get contact.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Brooks against McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Over Williamson. Shot by Eason, no good. Pelicans leading by 10. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and Eason.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. Şengün with a screen on Jones. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
McCollum with the screen on Brooks. From the arc. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Green. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first half. Pelicans on top, up by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
And good that time. And the Pelicans lead by 10. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
Here's Alvarado. It's taken away by Smith. To the middle. Here's Tate. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And the basket by Alvarado.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Shepherd, that's good.
From what I've seen, Shepherd would rather shoot from distance, but he trusted himself inside that time.
Alvarado passes to Olynyk. And it's off from three-point range. It's trailed by 8. Here's Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Olynyk up top. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Shepherd, the pass to Adams. Here's Whitmore. called on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's Boston. He has yet to score. Alvarado. No good again that time.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Shepard, that's good.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
New Orleans has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Shepard with the ball. He's defended by Alvarado. Smith against Olynyk. Smith the pass to Shepard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Adams down low. Second chance shot and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Shepard. He's defended by Alvarado. Out to Smith. Down low. Picked off in midair. Here's Boston. Scoreless thus far. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. And Smith with the stuff.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
There's the lob to the hoop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The drive by Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Olynyk. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Here's Boston. Here's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Man, this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, that it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Now Shepard, three-pointer. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams put... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Brooks. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Green in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Şengün trying to free himself up. Thompson with the bucket.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Williamson. McCollum finds Murray. Brooks grabs the board. He gets trailed by 3. On the wing, Green. Pass to Brooks. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now Easton. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot. The offensive rebound. Houston moving it around. Eason with a screen for Green. Back to Eason. Another shot outside Green. And stolen by Murray.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. No good from outside. Pelicans leading by 5. Floats it up for Williamson. And stolen by Şengün. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Thompson passes to Eason. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
New Orleans ball.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's McCollum for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Brooks outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team. And here it pays off with a huge basket.
McCollum finds Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Murray against Green. Eason, a screen on Murray. Green, no luck. New Orleans in the lead. Murray dishes to Williamson. Back to Murray. McCollum with the screen for Murray. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Rockets shooting at 50% and a decent group. Green, the pass to Eason. Brooks feeling it out a bit. From deep. Nailed from 3-point land.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Now, here's Green. Pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Pelicans ball.
Brooks against Murray. Williamson left side. Here's Messi. They set the screen. McCollum outside. Pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. Jones sets the pick for McCollum. Clock is at 3. Shoots from the corner. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
And here's Jones. Wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close.
You've got to. On the floor tonight, box out.
Two elite rebounding teams here, VA, so making sure that possessions count. Work to get the best possible shot you can in the half court, because you know there's not going to be a lot of second opportunities in this one.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the 5. Now here's Green. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Here's Curry. Eason with some nice D.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Şengün, screen by Eason. Oh, Green with a block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
And stolen by Green. Curry surveys. Moody passes to Curry. Green with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Green. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players. And again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Here's Curry. Pass to Butler. Green with a screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Butler can't get it to go.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Thompson taking 2 shots.
Good on both. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They need this. Curry, no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Eason. That shot, no good. Green with the defensive effort. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Moody on the wing. Off target with the 3. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Brooks outside. Oh, Green with a block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State, trailing by 5. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Butler. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. They set the screen. Buries it from 3.
How about that answer from Draymond Green? You don't think the competitor in him wants to step up and answer the call? He did it there.
Green with the ball. Moody defends. And it's Green missing.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Curry against Brooks. Curry passes to Green. There's the 3. Rebounded by Green. Houston leading by 5. Brooks finds Thompson. Eason, a screen on Butler. Here's Thompson. Outside Eason. Pass to Brooks. Back to Eason. Butler against Thompson. Floats one. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Post. The kick out. Curry. Pass to Post. Shoots over Eason. Post shot no good. Houston has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Outside, Green. To the inside. Curry with a steal. He got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry is out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Post in at center.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Now here's Curry. Here's the three. They get the rebound. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Fires the three. Rockets with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Thompson outside. Launches a three. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. This is intelligent basketball, forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Curry going all the way to the rim.
That's a clever attack from Curry, just finding an angle. He gets around the defender towards the basket.
Green with the ball. Green picks him up. It's Easton with the jam.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Inside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And they're running. Here's Thompson. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Out left to the wing. Wide open. And Post gets it to go.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
Thompson right side. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Curry against Brooks. Outside for Butler. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Tari Easton. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Curry, 3-pointer. Money! Stephen Curry, the 3-point king.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Easton, a screen on Curry. Brooks against Curry. Brooks, right side. And he comes up with a bucket. Brooks has got his first bucket in this one.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Here's Curry. Oh, Curry, a magician inside. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Houston. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Şengün passes to Eason. Now here's Green. Pass to Thompson. Over Butler. And there's Thompson on the assist by Green. Thompson's got 8.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Curry passes to Green. Outside Moody. Curry against Green. Outside Curry. No good on the triple. Houston leading by 11. Now here's Thompson. On the wing, Green. foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And that's good as he hits both shots. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Payton. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Houston Rockets in command with a 13-point lead. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Whitmore is out there with Shepard, and it's Adams in its center, locking down the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. It's stolen. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Ahead. Out to Hield. And the layup is good. Hield's gotten his first basket of the night. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Now here's Podziemski. Still no points. On target from range.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Pass to Shepard. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. It's Podziemski on the wing. Whitmore defending. Kuminga, the pass to Payton. And Smith over to help. Outside Podziemski. 4 on the clock. 4-3. Adams grabs the miss. The Rockets lead by 8. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Now here's Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Whitmore outside.
And a nice defensive sequence there by Hield. Not a natural lockdown defender, but he's a competitor.
There's a screen by Kuminga to the middle. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Outside Whitmore.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Adams. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 9. Here's Podziemski. Got a hand on it.
Oh, an active defender.
And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this.
The play is currently under video review under NBA rules.
Every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The first one falls. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach.
Action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he drops the first. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Heel. From behind the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Hield's got his second basket of the night.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Here's Smith. And he banks in the layup. Smith's got his first points of the night.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Outside Hield. Payton finds Hield. 52 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Hield. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Shepard, covered by Jackson Davis. Out to the wing. Here's Shepard. The 3. He's off on that one.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Trace Jackson Davis, 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Outside Hield. Takes a 3. They get it back. Tries yet again. Misses at the rim. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Appearing in control, but could still... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry. Butler out there with Green. Then it's Moody. And it's Post in at the 5.
Yeah, so easy to root for Stephen Curry because of how much fun he seems to have on the floor. Embraces the competition, but is able to laugh it off when something doesn't go his way. A lot of things do, though. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Brooks against Curry. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Post. Outside, Green. And there's a pick. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Moody from outside. Good work defensively by Brooks. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Thompson outside. And here's Şengün. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
First team foul.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Here's Post. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Houston leading by 8. Down low. It's Eason with the jam.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Curry against Brooks. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Brooks outside. Pass to Green. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 8. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
To the paint. Up and in on the layup.
Love to see the pass-first nature of Draymond Green, and for good reason. He's got a lot of good shooters on the ball club. As a 4 or as a 5, that passing skill pays off big time.
Green for 3. Look at Green showing off his range.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Curry against Brooks. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 5.
2 minutes.
Moody on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Moody's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On the wing, Thompson. The 3 is up. Another 3 from Houston.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Outside Curry. Outside Moody. Butler with the ball. Green picks him up. Moody passes to Butler. Pass to Post. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Şengün passes to Green. In close. Green puts it in.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up points in a hurry.
Curry drives in to the inside. Outside Moody. 1:07 left in the 4th. Back to Green. Brooks against Curry. Rockets with a rebound.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Rockets.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Green.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. To the left wing for 3. Kept alive. Pass to Şengün. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put
State Warriors. Curry is out there with Moody. Then it's Butler. Then it's Green. And it's Post in at the 5. And for New Orleans, Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. C.J. McCollum out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now McCollum after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Williamson a screen on Curry. Murray for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Curry looking it over. Pass to Post. Now here's Moody. To the inside. Green. Messi grabs the rebound.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3 there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
It's Curry outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Murray kicks to McCollum. Murray sets a screen for McCollum, and he lays it straight in.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Now here's Butler, following the miss by Draymond Green. Back to Curry, 5 on the clock. Green with a screen on McCollum. Goes back up. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got 5 now.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
McCollum finds Murray. Here he goes, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Moody. Butler with the ball. Takes the 3. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 4. Williamson right side. And here's Jones. Back to Williamson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
That's just all Zion. But once he gets that close, he's zoned in on capitalizing no matter what.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Now here's Curry. He has 5. They set the pick. There's the triple. Pelicans pull it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Murray's got a couple of threes now in the first for New Orleans.
Murray always working to develop a consistent jump shot. Looking good on that one.
Green drives in, and Jones sends it back. Williamson with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Williamson's got his second bucket.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offense.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Pelicans on top. They're up by 11. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New Orleans.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart play.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Misi in at the 5. Home in the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Curry against Murray. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Curry. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
New Orleans ball.
Pelicans leading by 12. Murray, the pass to McCollum. Back to Murray, and Jones has it in the corner. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Murray, no good. The Warriors shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Green. Rebound by Murray.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 12. Pass to post. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
McCollum dishes to Murray. For 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 11 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Fires the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Hands it from downtown.
And we talk about court awareness.
There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. .135 left in the first half of the game. Moody with it, outguarded by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. Jones, no one around him. Misses the three. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors, trailing by 17.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Jones. Outside for Murray. 54 seconds left here in the second. And again, no good by New Orleans. Curry passes to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Murray outside. And they come right back with their own three-point. Murray's got 12 now in this quarter. Inside. And Post gets it to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
For 3, Murray, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And there's the drive. That one goes. Count it.
And there's Murray flexing on the D there. Big-time score despite the contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Here's Pajemski. Launches a 3. They get it back. Three-pointer Heel. No good there. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. A three-point shooting is. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Peyton in at the 3 slot. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Alvarado passes to Olynyk. Shoots over Kuminga. Olynyk can't hit. Warriors trail by 15. Here's Pajemski. No good with the triple. New Orleans has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Pass to Olynyk from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Hield with the bucket.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
The 11-footer. Olynyk against Kuminga. Lets it go from deep. Olynyk can't hit. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Nice move. Pelicans pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Boston. New Orleans moving the ball around. For the three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Takes it inside, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Yes, that goes in.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Warriors.
It's stolen by Alvarado. Here's Boston.
Ball entered from below the basket. Golden State's ball.
Warriors trail by 13. Stolen away. The three. That shot is off. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Alvarado, what a terrific move that was. Alvarado's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Master Olynyk. Here's Boston, covered by Payton. Olynyk up top. Still yet to score. Good on the triple.
I love the compact stroke there for Olynyk.
Ajemski on the wing. He gets it in there.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Boston. To the paint. And it's blocked. Got loose. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball. Olynyk, a screen on heel. Boston, no good. Warriors trail by 14. Heel can't hit. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Boston the pass to Olynyk. Knocks down the 3-ball. Olynyk's got 6 points.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
He takes it in. Pass to Kuminga. Pelicans with the rebound. Now here's Olynyk. Fires from deep. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going. And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
GA, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt the guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
And so it's the New Orleans. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Cohen is out there with Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Moody's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Got a hand on it. Oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. On the wing, Murray. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Murray for three. The shot will not fall. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Pass the buck. Now, here's Moody. He's guarded by McCollum. Moody's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 22. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
For three, Murray. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Murray's got 31 points.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Looking to end his cold spell. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? You want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one is good.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
McCollum kicks to Murray. And the Pelicans miss again.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
The kick outside to Butler. There's the three. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pulls from the top of the key. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Green dishes to Curry. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And McCollum puts up a deep 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. Warriors trail by 19. Here's Moody. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New Orleans.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeJounte Murray.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Here's Golden State now. They're on an 11-3 run right now. To the left side wing. Post. Warriors getting another chance here. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray with the bounce pass. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight.
If you like... Slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets.
Power it home!
Oh, wow! The power of Zion, a sight to see.
Eason, a screen on Murray. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
There's McCullough with the three. It's hauled in by Houston. Here's Şengün. Outside, Green. Eason, a screen on Murray. Pass to Eason. Six to shoot. Thompson outside. Over Jones. Williams grabs the board.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Well, you know, that part of Murray's game has to be there for him, and I know how hard he's worked to improve his three-point shooting. Good to see.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all three levels.
Yeah, BA. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Murray from outside. He can't get that one to fall. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Now here's Brooks. And Şengün throw it down.
Working that pick and roll action superbly. Şengün knows exactly where he needs to be.
Murray, a screen on Brooks. McCullough, the pass to Murray. The three is up. Drops in the three. Murray's got 6 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Şengün finds Green. The three connects from downtown.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
McCullough outside. On the take. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Green for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Ooh, got that one up quick. 9 points in the game.
You know, sometimes the defense isn't expecting Murray to pull up off the dribble. Maybe they should be.
Eason, a screen on Murray. Green, the pass to Eason. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Murray with the ball for New Orleans. They lead by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Zion Williamson is a 1 of 1. His teammate CJ McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Here's Thompson. No points so far. Pass to Şengün. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. The Rockets with another miss.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Picked by Williamson. Murray for three. It's rebounded by Şengün. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Williamson. Murray finds some space. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Murray's got 11 points.
And, you know, we often talk about the importance of confidence for these young players, guys. Murray's showing plenty of confidence there.
Eason, pass to Brooks. To win the run, it's tipped.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Picked by Williamson. Murray against Green. Tries it from 19. Murray, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Jones is small forward with Zion holding down the 4. C.J. McCollum is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. There's McCollum with the 3. Sinks it from distance. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Outside, Green. Şengün, a screen on Williamson. And stolen by Williamson. Murray from outside. Thompson pulls it in. Rockets trail by 7. And Brooks with a basket on the assist from Eason.
Yeah, the moment the fast break starts, Brooks is out in transition, and that hustle gives him the edge.
The deep 3 from Murray. Launches it from deep. Rockets with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Trying to keep up with Brooks will wear you out. He gets one step ahead and pulls right up to shoot.
If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor, and Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well. He's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Zion running wild on the break.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
Green for 3. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. For New Orleans, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Houston has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Eason, pass to Şengün, back to Eason, and stolen by Williamson. Now the Pelicans in transition. Knocked loose. Green with the ball. Checked by Murray. And he's going for the oop here. McCollum looks around. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. McCollum's got 8. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Murray finds Jones. Murray against Green. The drive by Murray. Counted. Now 5 of 11 for the game. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Screen by Eason. Three-pointer, Brooks. They get it again. Eason, the pass to Brooks. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul. On the wing, Murray. Green covering. Murray, a screen on Thompson. Jones, the pass to McCollum. Puts up a 3.
And when it comes to defensive wings, Brooks is as good as it gets.
Pass to Murray. Green against McCollum. Jones with a screen on Green. Here's McCollum, and that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Şengün, no good. The Pelicans lead by 5.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Eason with a steal. Here's Thompson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
2 on the clock. It'll count. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's New Orleans. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. All right, they're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Wow, what a performance by DeJounte Murray.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So, on the floor for Houston, Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Cam Whitmore out there with Shepard, and it's Adams in at the 5. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul. Whitmore with it. Going inside. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Whitmore's got his first points of the game.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. Ian?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Shepard. Back to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow, Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Here's Shepard. Banked it in off the glass.
Oh, when we talk about the future of Shepard, scoring inside is very important to take his game to the next level.
Now here's Alvarado, tightly guarded. Clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
And here's Whitmore. Adams a screen. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
The strength of Adams is incredible. Able to finish off shots despite getting hit on the way up.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Here's Shepherd. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Alvarado, the pass to Boston.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Takes it inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Now here's Alvarado. He's guarded closely. And that one good.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Houston in the lead. Here's Whitmore. And he dunks it down.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Olynyk laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
And here's Shepherd for 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Shepherd. Tipped away. And stolen by Alvarado. In transition. Here they come. Rips down the breakaway slam. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's Shepherd. Alvarado defending. The 3. Smith. No good on the shot.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Inside, tipped, and stolen by Alvarado. Now Olynyk. Just 3 on the clock. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And now a 3-point New Orleans lead.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the...
Let's go.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. C.J. McCollum is out there with Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. McCollum drives in. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, we know C.J.'s got a good shot, but he is at his best going to the rim.
And here's Thompson for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 5-point game. That one goes. Count it. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Thompson against Jones. Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson. Now Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Green from the arc. Oh, Jalen Green with the sweet stroke.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Pass to Misi. Back to McCollum. Picked by Williamson. McCollum's shot is off.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And it's Green missing. The Pelicans lead by 4. Outside Murray. They set the pick. Back to McCollum. That one falls.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all 3 levels.
Green against Murray. Green, the pass to Eason. Thompson with it. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Here's McCollum. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Green against Murray. Green, the pass to Eason. Pelicans cleared away. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Over to the left wing. Pass to Jones. McCollum with a screen on Şengün. McCollum outside. No good with the triple. Rockets trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Green, the pass to Eason. Brooks outside. McCollum with a steal. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Williamson with a screen on Green. Kicks it out to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. Well, that time he made the most of that trip to the line and cuts the deficit.
Murray with it. Now Thompson defending. Jones, the pass to Murray. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Brooks from outside. Misi grabs the board. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's McCollum. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Pelicans.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for C.J. McCollum.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Back to Brooks. Şengün, a screen on McCollum. Here's Brooks. And all around the rim that time before dropping. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Now here's Murray. this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Jalen Green. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Curry. And Thompson sends it back. They recover it. Green against Eason. Lock at 6. Butler sets a screen for Green. Pass the buck. Good D by Thompson.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a 3-point play.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
You talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their head. You want guys like that on your side.
And here is Green after the 3-pointer from Stephen Curry. Launches it. And that one's good. Green's got 5 points so far.
Whenever the opponent makes a 3, it feels like Jalen's got that mindset that he wants to answer.
Curry against Brooks. Left side Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Brooks, defended by Moody. Thompson looking for an opening. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Man, you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Curry against Brooks. Curry kicks to Green. Pass to Moody. Brooks against Curry. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
So challenging to guard in pick and rolls. Curry excels at exploiting the defense in these sets.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Jalen Green. Pass to post. Now here's Butler, stolen by Thompson. Jumps up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Three-pointer, Brooks. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 11. Curry is inside, headed by Green. Curry against Green. Takes a 3. Tipped away.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
The Rockets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Green, still without a basket. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Eason, defended by Moody. Eason with it, fires for 3, and that one is off. And so it's Houston, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. Don't go it. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows? But they're already in a great position to win this one.
They've got Moody. Green is out there with Butler. Then it's Curry. And it's Post in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Şengün with the screen for Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Outside Curry. Off target from three-point range.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Thompson passes to Eason. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Green's got 11.
Just a beautiful jump shot. Green is the prototype NBA 2-guard.
To the middle. Rockets with the rebound. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Eason passes to Thompson. Now Şengün. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
It's Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
From deep, Green. Şengün passes to Eason. The tray. Rebound by Butler. Warriors trail by 20. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
Beyond the arc, Brooks misses. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Shots good by Green. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Houston?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Outside Curry. Pass to post. Now, here's Moody. Guarded by Green. Here's post. And it's in off the backboard.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Poke loose. Butler with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Moody. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now Eason. He has 6. Locked up there for Şengün. And the turnover again by Houston.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Healed outside. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. The front court is Tate and Smith. Shepard out there with Whitmore. And it's Adams in at the center. And they get it back. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Over to the wing. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
The shooting ability is incredible. Shepard's got a shot from all over the floor.
Back to Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Healed outside. And a miss there on the triple. And Adams has got the ball here for the Rockets. Pass to Shepard. Smith sets the pick for Shepard. It's tipped. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Jackson Davis. And no good that time. Excellent defense there from Smith. Here's Whitmore. The Warriors pull it in.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for you. about a week.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
There's Kuminga. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Guys, it's ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Shepard. Off target with his three. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Podziemski, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Tate with the ball. Kuminga picks him up. Smith on the wing. Shoots. Misses the wing jab.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
There's the pick. Jacks up a three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Smith with a screen on Hield. And Tate throws it down.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Smith up top, defended by Kuminga. Here's Whitmore. Still scoreless.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Hield way outside. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Adams. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul. And a little contact like that won't slow Adams down. This is a guy who loves the contact and able to finish easily on that one.
Finished off the break. Podziemski's got his first 2 points.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. Hield finds Kuminga. Back to Hield. Here's Podziemski, and he uses the glass on the layup.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Got a piece of it. Smith the pass to Shepard. From outside, off the mark. The Warriors shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Here's Jackson Davis. No good on the three. And here is Tate. Pass to Smith. Tate, a screen on Kuminga. And so it's Houston ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Rockets shooting at 51%. Really solid. Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Curry against Eason. Post. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. Green drives in. Brooks from outside. Curry with the rebound. And so here is Golden State. The tray. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brooks with it. Now Green defending. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Brooks from outside. Another miss by Houston. And here's Golden State. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. It's Curry outside. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thompson against Curry. And Thompson kicks to Brooks. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Rockets basketball.
Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Green. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. This one for 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Warriors have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Butler from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Eason's got his 5th rebound in this one. Green kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 7 points from Amen Thompson.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Amen will blow right by you.
Green in the post, defended by Butler.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Moody. Bangs home the trifecta. Moody's got his first 3 points of the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Green finds Eason. Out to Brooks. Şengün with the screen for Brooks. Back to Thompson. Driving to the basket.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Pass to post. In the corner, Moody with it. Outside Butler. Stolen by Thompson.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Green.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Wasted no time on that one.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Butler against Green. 46 seconds left in the game. Şengün passes to Eason. 6 to shoot. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Here's Brooks. Trains the three-pointer.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-6 run. Green with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Green against Butler. 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. That shot off. So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Well, Brent. Tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
A look at the Pelicans starting group. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Messi in at the center position. Now here's Hield. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
A little tease there from Buddy Hield, showing his explosiveness. Undersized, but able to convert inside.
Here's McCollum. Yep, that one goes.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so it's Golden State with it.
Murray with that great burst of speed that helps him stay right on top of his man.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Williamson looking around. Pass to Messi. Shot clock at 6. And he jams it home with authority.
Unselfish play there by Zion, moving the ball to another shooter.
Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Now, their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
Now here's Murray. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, Murray just one of those guys who loves to work it inside.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Butler, a screen on Murray. Here's Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Murray's shot is good.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Jones against Butler, and stolen by Williamson. McCollum right side. Murray, a screen on Hield. Here's McCollum, and the layup is good off the glass. McCollum's gotten his second bucket of the game.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
That one drops for him.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Now here's McCollum, defended by Podziemski. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 6.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Green. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's hammered home by Green.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
The Pelicans lead by 8. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked Coach how they plan to limit DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Green. After to the basket by New Orleans. Here's Hield. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round, and he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now here's Podziemski. The 3 is up. Jones with the block.
You got to be careful when Jones is anywhere in your vicinity. He uses that length to get the block, does Jones.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Pulls it. And again, it's Golden State. The Pelicans lead by 6. McCollum with a screen on Hield. McCollum taking his time here. Back to Murray. Got it off in time. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. Hunting for... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
They've got Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler out there with Green. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Warriors trail by 3. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Three-pointer. They get it back. Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist by McCollum. Murray's got 12 points. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Out to Hield. Back to Podziemski. Five to shoot. And a jumper from the wing offline.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Murray from outside. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
There's the 3. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Hield. Crafty move. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got his 5th rebound in this one. McCollum outside. Here's Murray. There's the drive. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Murray just getting by him in a flash.
Warriors trail by 11. Left side Moody. And the Warriors miss again. Here's New Orleans now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Pass to Murray. Over Green. Here's Murray. McCollum, the pass to Murray. McCollum with a screen on Green. Murray for 3. The rebound by Moody.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
New Orleans leading by 11. Well, Brent the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season. Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
McCollum, a pass to Murray. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game.
Tough part about defending Murray is he can beat you in so many ways. You'll want him to shoot threes, but right now, he's showing it all.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end. Play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Great pass there from Herbert Jones. When someone's open, he'll find them.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Green, a screen. And here's Butler outside. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And Murray launches it from deep. Again, the miss by Murray. Warriors trail by 14. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Moody. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Golden State. Here's Murray. 23 points in the game. Gets stolen by Heel. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's what. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So for the Pelicans right now, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. C.J. McCollum is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Looney. The kick out, Curry. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. New Orleans is shooting about 56% in this one. McCollum outside. Down low. Picked it out of midair. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, B.A., it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the off-season, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does, and there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
From deep three-point land. Six to shoot. Second chance shot. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Boston. He's defended by Looney. And the Pelicans miss again. Warriors trail by 10. Kuminga, the pass to Payton. 18 feet out. Shot is good by Curry.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Alvarado, the pass to Olynyk. Pure from three-point range. Olynyk's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. There's a screen by Kuminga, and here's Curry for three. Oh, Curry from way out there.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
Here's Boston, guarded by Payton. Pass to Boston. Olynyk for three. The rebound by Post. The Warriors have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Back to Curry. Off target at the rim. The Pelicans lead by 8. From deep three-point range, Olynyk. That one's good. Olynyk's got 6.
Yeah, that's deep right there. Accurate shooting from KO.
Curry passes to Payton. 19-footer. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Now Alvarado. No made baskets yet. Olynyk up top from behind the arc. Looney grabs a miss. Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Post. And here's Curry. Alvarado defending. Fires for 3. There he is. The three-point king delivers on cue.
Great execution. Steph just ripping the defense right now to shreds. What a great screen and roll action that was.
From deep. And it's Alvarado missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
It's stolen away. There's third. Oh! Flying high! Throwing it down!
Oh, my!
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Here's Curry. Curry at the rim.
Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Pass to Alvarado. Back to Olynyk. He takes it in, and it's Olynyk with a jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And we've reached the... With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Brandon Pajemski out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Moses Moody. Then it's Green. And it's Butler in at the 4 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable. Murray has worked a ton on that jumper, and you can see the results.
Now here's Podziemski. Outside Moody. A deep three. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson outside. Pass to McCollum. Williamson with a screen on heel. Powerful play from Zion at the rim.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Outside for Green. Can they get it? And again, it's the Warriors missing. New Orleans leading by 15. McCollum outside. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Great open look there.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Here's Podziemski. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
There's McCollum with the three. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball.
New Orleans ball.
Here's McCollum. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I think the defense let up a little bit. Thought CJ was an easy cover inside, but he's too crafty. He gets the foul.
You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That'll be a second foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Well, Jimmy Butler has a defensive reputation, and right now we're getting a chance to see that.
McCollum's shot is off. Warriors trail by 19. Pass to Podziemski. The quick look, no good that time.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Outside Jones. Out to McCollum. Here's Jones. Moody defends. Murray from outside. Rebounded by Green. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. And stolen by Jones. There's McCollum with the three. Warriors with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Pelicans.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for DeJounte Murray.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. McCollum, the pass to Murray. Misses the three. And the Warriors with possession here. Trailing by 19. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Murray passes to Jones. McCollum on the wing. Jones sets a screen. And C.J. McCollum with the three.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win. And that's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And here's Jones. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is...